Hi guys, welcome back to the DeFi series. With this video, we are starting the phase one, which is all about DeFi fundamentals. And in this episode, we'll talk about what is DeFi, how is it different from the traditional finance system that we have been using so far, and what are the advantages and challenges that we have with DeFi. So let's get started. So, all of you might have heard this term called DeFi. So, today I'll break it for you. Like, what does it mean? The term DeFi is an abbreviation for two words, which is decentralized finance. So, as you might have guessed from the name, it has something to do with finance, which is decentralized. And whenever you hear the term decentralized, we know that the blockchains that are distributed and decentralized ledgers help us in achieving decentralization. So it's a financial system that is based on top of blockchains. It's like a umbrella term that includes n number of services and products, and it's available to everyone with an internet connection. And it's not like the traditional finance in that sense where you need to prove your identity and then banks have the authority to allow you to take loans or to deny loans. That's not the case with DeFi. It's open to everybody, and to access it you just need an internet connection. And with DeFi, users like us have control of their own data. And it also enables to open up this global financial market other than our own local currencies that we can tap into. So, this is what decentralized finance is. Now, let's move on to the next part. Let's see how this DeFi is different from the traditional financial system that we all have been using, which is called centralized finance, because the control relies with banks. So, one of the differentiation factor, as you may have guessed, is related to the ownership of data. So, in case of DeFi, users have access and control over their data, which is money. And in case of CeFi, banks and financial institutions control users' data. The next differentiator is, since the CeFi involves a lot of intermediaries in between, the cost or the fees for any transaction is high because every middleman needs to take their cut. And in the case of DeFi, since we have eliminated the middleman altogether, the transactions and the payments are comparatively cheaper than centralized finance. Then the other point to note is decentralized finance is automated in the sense that there is smart contracts that running the logic for you. In the case of traditional finance, it is prone to human errors and it is slow because the manual processes can take time. But with DeFi, your transactions will be super fast. And then decentralized finance is a closed system. You can't see what sort of logic is running underneath, what bank is doing with your savings amount, how are the interest rate calculated and stuff. But with DeFi, everything is an open source. It's like an open system. If you want to see the logic, you just read the smart contract, and the interest rates are being determined by demand and supply in the market, unlike the centralized finance space where the bank decides the interest rates for us. So these are some of the differences between centralized finance and decentralized finance. I hope it's clear. By now you might have understood like why do we really need decentralized finance, but I'll still touch upon it to ensure that the understanding is super clear. So we need DeFi to ensure that the system is permissionless. What it means is I don't need somebody's approval to access a service or a product. And then in the case of DeFi, it's censorship resistant. What I mean by that, if the bank doesn't have a good ownership with me, they can deny me bank loan. Or let's say if they are in favor of somebody else, they can give them home loans or any sort of loans as they want. So in the DeFi space, it doesn't differentiate from one person to another person, and there is this no concept of censoring your transaction or censoring your activity. And then it's all transparent because it's recorded on the distributed ledger, which is visible to everybody. And of course, we don't have a central authority, which is like users have the total control of their money, they are in charge of their money. So here we are owning things, as we call it in Web3. So that's like the gist of why do we need DeFi. But every technology comes with its own drawbacks. So let's talk about some of the challenges of DeFi here. So one of the major things is in the case of DeFi, since you are owning your own money, your data, you are the one deciding where should I put my money. You need to be extra cautious because you need to do your own research before putting in your money anywhere because you are the person responsible for your loss. You can't go back to the protocol and say, I lost your money due to you, right? And that's one part. So where is it different? And it's little tricky for new people to navigate. And then we don't have this concept of customer support like how do we have in the traditional finance space because there is minimal human intervention involved, right? It's just the logic in the smart contract that is getting executed. In the Ethereum space, we had the scaling issues. For that, a lot of work has been going on in the roll up space and the layer twos. So that's another challenge that is being taken care of. The roll ups are yet to reach a stage where we can say they are fully ready. And then, as the system is open, as the smart contracts are publicly available, it makes it prone to hacks as compared to the traditional finance where the systems are closed. So there is probability of the protocols being hacked. So whenever you do any activity in the space, you need to be careful of where you are putting your money. Has the smart contract been audited? Basically, you need to do the due diligence to ensure you're investing or like putting your money in the correct protocols. So these are some of the challenges that we have. I strongly feel DeFi is going to be the future of finance. So let's build this future together. I hope it was useful. Please like, subscribe, and share my channel. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.